We are here and ready. Let's begin.
Thank you. And it's a pleasure to meet you.
You are not meeting us. You have met us many, many times previously.
Yeah, I could feel that. So, I have a question, more of a statement maybe. I remember a meditation that I did when I was in my 20s, and I saw old Egypt and like thousands of people standing below the pyramids as I was talking. Later in life, the word Ra kept coming up in my consciousness again and again. And I believe that I'm part of that soul collective. And I would like to ask you if you have any message from home, or if you can speak anything into that.
We will say something that might be somewhat unexpected. There is a truth to the past life experiencing, but also there is something that is slightly deeper that is not yet always understood by everybody who connects with experiences of being in the past. The truth is that you are all so expansive that you are the very universe itself. And so when you connect into those experiences, it is not necessarily the you that you conceive of as yourself with your discrete personality having had that same exact experience. What you can discern though from having had that experience in your current lifetime of connecting with a previous one is that the energetics of that are a match to you. And so we would encourage you to expand your perception of the soul groups, because on the ultimate level, the deepest, most profound level, you are all one. You are all one. And there are different dynamics that happen and different levels and layers of the awareness of the connection. And that is absolutely true. And when your consciousness is taken to those places, it is usually for a reason. But we would also encourage you to remember that the wisdom of you lives in the now, and in the now, and in the now, and in the now. And so it is not as though a puzzle has been set or a quiz has been set that you must discover the answer for in terms of what the relevance of your past is to your present. If you begin in the present and you follow your consciousness and your energy to where it is that it takes you, it will sometimes look as though it's going backwards. It will sometimes look as though it's going forwards, but it is always in the now, the now, the now, because that is where your point of power is. So we would love to expand your perception of the idea of who and what you are, because you are more than the being that you are currently and the one who has been before and even the one that will come in the future. You are all of them right now and more.
Beautiful. Thank you. Okay, so I would like to talk about this timeline or these times that I'm living in now. And I often have this question, why am I choosing to be here at this time?
You are choosing to be here at this time in this form of yourself because it is much more exciting and fun than what you are actually feeling right now. You are choosing to be here at this time now because the energetics of your planet are actually deeply exciting for those of you that are open to seeing and feeling that experience. We understand that it appears as though there is a lot of negativity and darkness presently for many of you. But we will also remind you that, as you know, when you move and expand in your personal journey, you are often facing and looking at things that you have repressed in the past. Your culture, your society really is going through a deep awakening, which has many levels and many layers. And you, as well as the universe, are always moving towards expansion. There has literally never been a more exciting time to be alive. There has never been this much possibility available to all of you on your planet and in the universe. You came here because it's fun.
Awesome. All right. Here's another one. For, let's say a bigger part of my life, I have used this term, they don't want me to, or the government, or this, this is lucid of they. And some teachings talk about other races, let's say, suppressing humanity, suppressing consciousness, wanting to keep us in a low vibrate state. And I feel that when I am believing in that, I lose my center and I lose my heart connection, and my energy actually goes down, and I feel I'm contributing with more of the same. Could you speak into that, if it makes any sense?
It makes perfect sense. What you are saying is actually completely accurate. There is truth to the fact that there are energies and people that wish you to be disempowered. That is always true. But the real truth, the real deepest truth of all of it is that you are all sovereign beings. No one can take away your power. Ultimately, it is always you choosing to disconnect from it. And so if people are saying that there are other they out there that are trying to limit your power and you feel limited by it, you are indeed contributing to the energetics of that, because the ultimate truth is it doesn't matter what someone wants to do to you. It matters what you allow and what you do to yourself. Some people use the idea of they trying to control them because they wish to gain their power by having something to rebel against and to push against. But we remind you that the universe is a mirror. So anything that you push against is going to give you a level of pushback, because that is how the universe works. And so it is true. And we guide you back to your own knowing always. You have said it already. We are just supplementing what you already have said and what you deep down already know. You know when what you are doing internally is moving you towards empowerment, and you know when what you are doing internally is moving you towards disempowerment. And so make the choice that feels appropriate to you in the moment. And the more you develop this awareness of self, this skill of honest communication with self, the more you are going to know when you are lying to yourself, when you say that you are moving towards empowerment and you are actually moving towards disempowerment. There are times and there are ways where you choose to hide aspects of yourself from yourself. And as you learn to become aware and accepting of all of the aspects of you, that will occur less and less and less and less, which means your relationship with yourself will be much more authentic and real, which means your relationship with others and the world around you will be much more authentic and real. But the knowing, the true knowing, is always within you. Even in this instance, when you are speaking to us, which you mentioned to Maida that you had butterflies, and she mentioned to you that people often say they feel that when they're going to speak to us because they think of it as a rare occurrence. Speaking with infinite intelligence is a rare occurrence. It is not. You are infinite intelligence and you commune with yourself daily. You commune with us also and the energetics of the universe. You are not small. You are deeply, deeply powerful. And when you hear us speak and when you feel our energy and you feel resonance, all that is happening is that you are reconnecting with your own knowing. Deep down, you know. You always know. And so do not externalize your power to anyone, including us. Our hope for you is that we enable a reconnection to your knowing and nothing more than that, because we cannot give you more than you already are, because you are the all.
But what a beautiful gift, reconnecting me to my knowing. That is beautiful. And these butterfly feeling, coming here and speaking to you today, it also has to do with my my next point, and that is like I've had this sense that I came here to speak, I came here to share knowledge and wisdom and so on. But I keep holding myself back because I don't want to be criticized for my opinions. And if I stick my neck out there by speaking my mind and sharing my wisdom, or, then it could be chopped off. Could you speak into that?
We can. We will say that it is very common for all humans on your planet who are moving towards expansion, to conscious personal development and growth. There is a tendency that you all have to keep perceiving yourself as you were and not be very clear and aware of the progress that you have already made, because you tend to focus on the things that are not flowing rather than the things that are. So we would challenge you slightly in saying that when you say, I keep holding myself back, that is sometimes true, but sometimes not true. It is not a statement of fact that is evident always. You have many more periods now, especially as you've begun diving very deeply into this personal development work in the recent past, where you have dived into it with the self-acceptance that you lacked previously, there is a lot less holding back for you. And you have got the tools and you have got the skill set and you have committed to the development of them. And so we will invite you instead to ponder this. Do not rush yourself to be ready for what you are not yet ready for. There is no problem. You are on an infinitely divine timeline and there is no pressure for you to be anywhere other than where you are. Where you are is perfect. Who you are is perfect. There is nothing wrong with you and you do not need to be fixed. But as you support yourself and encourage yourself and nourish yourself and nurture yourself, you will find yourself being supported by inner resources that, again, you have previously disconnected from, but you are now reconnecting into. When you keep rejecting yourself, when you keep telling yourself you should be more advanced, you should be doing better, it is almost as though you are taking one of your two energetic batteries out and leaving it elsewhere so that you are walking around the world living your life at half power. It is when you are rejecting aspects of yourself that you fight yourself and you use your energy in ways that are what you would consider, if you understood the energetics of it, deeply ineffective. And so as you move deeper and deeper into that self-acceptance and deeper into allowing yourself to flow in the time that feels right for you, rather than rushing yourself because you have a misguided understanding of what your role is. Your role is to speak. Your role is to share wisdom, but your role is to share that all in a way that communicates self-acceptance and self-love, because that is the message that you are here to proclaim. And the reason that you are not 100% ready to do that yet is because you are still on the journey of it. You do not need to hit 100% before you can start teaching people. And in fact, you know this. You are teaching it already. You are speaking already. People are resonating with you already. But what you say to us is that you always hold yourself back and you are not having the impact that you wish. Notice that actually you are. And as you develop that skill set more and more and live from that place and radiate in an unguarded way, which will only become possible for you when you are in self-acceptance and in self-nurturing, because it is not really the rebuke of others that hurts you the most. It is the rebuke that you give to yourself. So as that drops away, everything will unfold so much more easily, so much more naturally than when you are whipping yourself into a speed that is not aligned with your development. We will say this to you again and again and again and again, and it is counterintuitive to many of you, but it is what is true. The more you rush yourself to be faster, to be quicker in your development, the slower it will be. And the more okay and comfortable you are with it being slow, the faster it will become. Because you cannot bully yourself into expansion, but you can support yourself into relaxing into the expansion that is already yours. You are everything. You deserve everything. Everything else is a misunderstanding. You are the all and you have it all. It is all within you and it is all coming to you because it will continue to expand. We love you. We love you. We love you. Go well. Oh, we're a bit ranty. So much love. I can feel it. Can you feel it?
I can feel it. That's absolutely beautiful.
How are you going? Any questions?
It was actually those questions that I had written down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so it's just to the point. Very beautiful.
Yeah. They talk really fast. Can you understand them?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I talk fast and they talk faster than me.
Yeah, I closed my eyes so I could
perfect.
understand it and follow. Yeah.
Me too. All right, I'm just going to stop all the recordings.